Hey, 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 happy Mother's Day. How was everybody's day? I just got back from hanging out with the family. I'm stuffed. Had some Italian food. So tell me how it all went. Put in the comments where everybody went to eat or what everybody did. What was the highlight? Did you guys go to church this morning or not? So give me the tea. So it was great to see the family. It really was. So I figured I would dress up a little bit. You know, I don't have that many occasions to get dressed up these days, so almost any occasion is an occasion, even if I just go to the grocery store. But I figured Mother's Day would be a very appropriate time, and so I had to pull it out. Got my little church shoes on, everything. Wow, I can't believe it's raining. I had no idea it was going to be raining today, but it held out just long enough for me to get from the car to the restaurant, so that was perfect. So what you guys want to talk about? I have a couple of things written down. The last time we talked, we were talking about I love to love me. So let me check out my notes. Doom, doom. All right. So as a mother, you are responsible for, your children, of course. And there's no handbook on raising kids. You just go by your own intuition in a lot of cases, and you kind of pull from the way you were raised. And then you may see other examples of other families, what they did, or your friends, and their parents. So it's kind of a little smorgasbord of different things. And in the end, they're going to be your kids no matter what. Even when they're married with kids, they're still your kids, but they are going to rely on you in a different way. So luckily, mine still want to hang out with mama, so that's cool. Alright, so I love to love me. So as a mother, you got to love yourself. It helps to love yourself because that energy transfers to your children. And even when you don't feel like it, especially when they're young or even when they're whatever age, you almost have to come out of yourself and not show like every little feeling, because you want them to feel empowered. And I don't think it's a good thing all the time to I guess transfer your emotions to the children, because they can take it on in too many wrong ways. So especially when they're young, you give them all the positive aspirations. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. Try this, try that. So that as they go on in life, they're confident. They're confident in every step they take almost. They're going to have some doubts. But, we can't hold their hand. They can just think back, okay, how would mom handle this? Or how would dad handle this? Or whatever mother or father figure children have in their life. It could be the grandmother, it could be aunt, uncle, best friend's parent, who knows. Just you can take all kinds of good examples from everybody, a teacher, any authoritative figure. So it doesn't have to always be only the parents, or it can not be that some kids may not have any parents. So There's just so many good examples out there. So whatever you're giving to your children, they're going to take it with them to their children. If they don't have children, um, they're going to internalize a lot of how their upbringing was. So let me look at my notes. All right. So I love to love me. So when your kids see that you love yourself, there's a high probability they're going to love themselves. It's a high probability they're going to figure out how to solve problems, how to deal with disappointments, how to deal with happy times, and not get, super depressed on, how to handle it, or if they're going to make it through, and all that good stuff. Because, life is going to life. Life is liking right now for a lot of people. So the better, like, positive examples that children have into adulthood, hopefully they'll take it into adulthood and just roll with it, So I love to love me. What does that mean to you guys? One of the things I touched on is last time is increased confidence. When you love yourself and you believe in your abilities, it basically boosts your confidence in all areas of life. Number 2, you're going to have better mental health. Now, May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month. So, I love to love me. Back to that. Self-love reduces, negative self-concept and negative self-talk and anxiety. And it definitely promotes a more positive and peaceful mindset. Also, better mental health, it keeps you from, keeps your mind away from too many negative thoughts. Because if you turn on the news, there's so much going on. If you internalize every bad thing that ever happened, yeah, you may not want to leave the house one day. So basically, knowing the current events is great. However, I don't feel it's good to all, on a daily basis get all the negative news, because all they're talking about is, bad stuff most of the time. It's good to know what's going on, but don't watch it so much that you just start internalizing it and feeling scared, anxiety, and not wanting to go out of the house, or afraid something's going to happen if you do go out of the house. So, just kind of keep things in perspective. Like this morning, if you got up this morning, that was good. I got up, I was just glad to get up, get myself dressed, do the, self-care stuff, brush your teeth and all that good stuff. And I'm thankful that I'm healthy enough that I can do those things. Some people can't do that. So just small things that you take for granted, don't take it for granted, because there's somebody out there who can't do it. So when you're feeling down in the dumps, I'm sure there's somebody else who's worse off than you are. So count your blessings when you get up in the morning, and just keep going as much as you can. Alright, so another thing, I love to love me. Another thing self-love helps is resilience. The ability to bounce back from negative circumstances, or negative words, or negative people. They're going to be tough times. So the more resilient you are, the less likely you're going to internalize it to the point that it's going to stop you in your tracks. You're going to be able to bounce back and say, okay, yeah, that happened, but it's not the end of the world. Okay? Internalizing failure is not a good thing all the time. I mean, if you do it just a little bit, okay. But I think I like to look at it like failure as an opportunity to improve. Like, you're going to fail a lot of times, but you got to pick yourself up. 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 and just look at that as an opportunity to grow. Um, who knows? Like how many times, I've heard Michael Jordan, before he became a superstar, he was practicing and practicing and practicing, not giving up. I think his high school coach told him he sucked or whatever. But look at him today. So, you cannot, everything everybody says is not true. Um, no matter who says it, your friends or coworkers, everything you hear about you, all of it's not true. So, it's a good thing to figure out, okay, that ain't true. Or if it is true, you can change it. It's not usually permanent. So basically, don't internalize other people's opinion of you, especially if it's negative. So do your own self-talk. Don't listen to everybody's crap, because sometimes you don't need to listen to it. They may not have your best interest at heart. So just keep it in perspective. Just say, you know what? I'm a miracle. I'm a blessing. So keep that attitude and go out there and don't get discouraged. If you do, call whoever. It's got to be at least one person that will just make you happy just because they said hello, what's going on, what are you up to. And they don't necessarily have to know what's going on, but just the point of you hearing their voice uplifts your spirit. You know what I mean? Everybody has somebody like that in their life. Well, I hope. So, anyway, so I've got another video coming on I Love to Love Me. And I love you guys. I appreciate all my subscribers. And I will be back. So, see you in a minute. Bye.